It's January. You can see here in Canada it's snowing. That's what happens in January. It's the end of January, and we're starting to work on the Element to go on a road trip in March. So we got to convert it into a camper. So we got to start somewhere. So here we go. Well, the first thing we're going to have to do is get rid of the seats. And everybody knows how to do that. We'll just make a bit of room here. We've got the seats all out. We're going to look at the brackets. So right here is a bracket that the seat attaches to, and what we want to do is remove those brackets. There are 3 nuts there. Nuts. Just take those out. Okay, so we're going to just take that bracket right out of there, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. 14 millimeter. Don't lose the bolts. Going to need those bolts later. There are the mounts for those. We'll just take those and store them with the seat for the time being. Now just take a quick look, go back in the shop, and I'll show you the idea of what we're going to do. So, those are the brackets for the seats that we took out. And what we're going to do is we're going to replace those with some channel. So in exactly the same spot, using the same nuts, fasten these in. So we can put those away. We don't need those anymore. So what we want in these channels, we want to be able to slide our seat back and forth. So what we're going to do is make a slider like this. I've made this, I've used UHMW. So if you can see, I've grooved it like that. And then I've just put a little cap on the top to keep it captured. So if you look here, you can see how it's captured in there. So that's going to slide back and forth. Make one of those for each side. And once we have those in there, those will slide back and forth and allow our seat and our bed frame to move where we need it. Let's just go back out and we'll see how it fits in there. Well, still snowing out here. Okay, let's take a look. One little thing I need to mention is if you look, these brackets are on an angle. So what we need to do is make a little counter rake. I've just made that of UHMW too. So all it is a little wedge to keep it level. So what we'll do is we'll take our channel, take the channel, fit it in there, and now find a bolt. I'm not going to use the side bolt, I'm only going to use one bolt at the back and the one at the front. So we'll bolt that down. So we got the idea there. We've got our channel, the little blocks on it to make them level, our sliders on each side. Now what we need to do is attach some kind of a rail. Now this system, there are no legs. Our rails attach from side to side on these sliders. And what I'm going to use is bed frame rails. And the main reason is you can get these for free. Not only that, they're made out of a high carbon steel, and the way they're tempered, they're quite rigid and with a bit of flex to them, so they won't bend. So what we're going to do is we're going to bolt this right on here like this. Do the other end. I hope you're starting to get the idea here. Okay, so now what we have is a frame that will slide back and forth in those channels. So now we have to figure out how we're going to put the bed on there. What we'll do is take another frame. In this case, I'm putting it the opposite direction. This one is going down so that the bed can slide across this way. This is the back of the first cushion, so it's going to be upright. And what I'll do, I'm going to put some panels on the side. These are going to be about 3 inches wide, just to help keep this square. So we'll have one on each end, and that'll be attached to the slider, and it's wide enough to square up the frame. So if you can imagine, that frame is now going to be squared, and all we have to do is fill it in. We are going to fill it in with the slider. I think most people have seen this idea where you slide the panel. You cut them and slide them inside each other so that will make the bed. There'll be another panel behind here, but we'll talk about that later. Just trying to get this concept across, how we now have one 24 3/4 inch panel with a slider that comes out another 24 inches in front. So this can just slide in, and that'll be just one section of the pillow, of the bed. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, I'll be working on it, the next week or so, and maybe I'll let you come back again and take a look and see how it's coming along. Anyway, hope this gives you an idea of how you can fix your element up and get a bed in there with absolutely no legs, good structure, and nice and compact. Anyway, thanks for dropping in. We'll catch you again.